नमस्कार। आज यूनाइटेड डॉक्टर्स फ्रंट की तरफ से माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक पिटीशन फाइल की गई है जो कि एनटीए नेशनल टेस्टिंग एजेंसी का रिप्लेसमेंट के रिगार्डिंग है। हमने देखा, डीपली स्टडी किया कि करोड़ों स्टूडेंट्स का फ्यूचर डिसाइड करने वाली एग्जामिनेशन बॉडी एनटीए, जो कि नीट हो, जेई हो, यूजीसी नेट हो, वो एक्चुअली एक एनजीओ है जो कि सोसाइटी एक्ट में रजिस्टर्ड है। अब सवाल ये है कि क्या करोड़ों स्टूडेंट्स का फ्यूचर ऐसी वीक अकाउंटेबिलिटी सोसाइटी एक्ट मॉडल पर चल सकता है? हर पेपर लीक, एग्जाम कंट्रोवर्सी के बाद स्टूडेंट्स, पेरेंट्स, उनकी फैमिली सफर करती है। इसलिए हमने ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ये डिमांड की है, इंडिया शुड नाउ हैव एन इंडिपेंडेंट एग्जामिनेशन अथॉरिटी created through the Act of Parliament with strict accountability, transparency, proper CAG auditing.
यूनाइटेड डॉक्टर्स फ्रंट ने एनटीए को भंग करने के लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट में याचिका दायर की। यूनाइटेड डॉक्टर्स फ्रंट ने याचिका में वैधानिक ढांचे के माध्यम से नेशनल टेस्टिंग एजेंसी के गठन पुनर्गठन के लिए निर्देश देने की मांग की है। और कोर्ट की निगरानी में कमेटी बनाने की
The Doctors Front chairperson Dr. Lakshya Mittal slammed the NTA and demanded that the Supreme Court take action. Listen in to what he had to say.
हर पेपर लीक, एग्जाम कंट्रोवर्सी के बाद स्टूडेंट्स, पेरेंट्स, उनकी फैमिली सफर करती है। इसलिए हमने ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ये डिमांड की है, इंडिया शुड नाउ हैव एन इंडिपेंडेंट एग्जामिनेशन अथॉरिटी created through the Act of Parliament with strict accountability, transparency, proper CAG auditing system.
Now, in the meantime, there has been demand that has now been kept forth on part of the United Doctors Front, which has now approached the Supreme Court challenging the systemic failure of the National Testing Agency when it comes to conducting the NEET UG examination, and the petition which now seeks direction to the Union of India to dissolve the testing agency altogether, the NTA, and to issue directions to the Union of India to introduce a legislation in Parliament to establish a statutory national testing body with defined legal powers, transparency norms, and also direct accountability to the legislature. This has now been a call, and this is how the United Doctors Front seems to have now approached the Supreme Court of the country. And pictures that are now coming outside NTA, there you can see the protesters. This is said to be part of the NSUI, the workers who have been carrying out these protests. Several of these protests that has been taking place there. You can see additional deployment of forces that is now being done to quell the protest. But this is outside the NTA, the National Testing Agency. The pictures that are currently coming in of these protests that has been taking place. Let's connect with Dipankar. Dipankar, what is the call that is now being taken by United Doctors Front?
पेपर लीक हो रहे हैं, 89 बार पेपर लीक हो चुका है, दोबारा 42 बार दोबारा पेपर करवा चुके हैं। अब क्या फायदा है? कितनी मांग ने अपने
seeking directions for dissolution of the National Testing Agency and has said that the Supreme Court of India should issue directions to the Union of India to introduce legislation in Parliament to establish a statutory national testing body with defined legal powers, transparency norms, and direct accountability to the legislature. So this is what the UDF has prayed. The UDF has also prayed before the Supreme Court to appoint a court-monitored committee to oversee the transition of the upcoming national exams to ensure they are conducted with a zero leak integrity. This is the petition that the UDF has now approached with before the Supreme Court of India, and the Supreme Court of India has also been approached by a number of other bodies of doctors like the FIMA regarding the NEET UG examination leak that has happened. The UDF in this case has very clearly and very categorically gone on to state that there was leak and there are no statutory norms under which the NTA is being regulated. It's creating a legal vacuum. This is what they are pointing out before the Supreme Court of India, and that is why they are praying for dissolution of the NTA and formation of a statutory body by the Government of India, which may have some accountability in future. So this is what the UDF has approached with the Supreme Court of India.